Okay, here we have, I've had this machine for a number of years. This is a sherline model 5000 vertical milling machine, tabletop. This machine actually works like its big brother, the Bridgeport vertical milling machine, only it's a lot smaller, and it can do only a portion of what the Bridgeport can do because it, typically being smaller, has a lot less power. It is American made, it's made in California, and I've had this machine for about 25, 27 years. If not more. But the thing that's changed with this machine is, this machine was originally analog or hand controlled. It basically still is, but what I'm doing now is I've been converting it to CNC or computer operation, meaning I've put stepper motors on each of the axes. Works on the Cartesian coordinate system, meaning it has a Z travel up and down, X and Y travel, which is side to side and back and forth, forward and back. I put stepper motors on each one of these axes, one here, and one here. And I've also gone ahead and added my tips that I've bought that will go to what's called an electronics control box that's going to have a smooth stepper, which smooths out the pulses that are generated by the coding software and the box that controls the machine, and it smooths the pulses that the machines produce, because they produce herky-jerky movement, so to speak, or like steps, rather than one continuous motion. And you have to smooth the pulses out to get more than one, to get rid of the stepping motion. Hence why the term stepper motors. And the software to be used is going to be a software that does CAD and CAM, and also converts to G code, which is the machining, the code the machine uses to direct the tool that's in here, that would be in here in the spindle. This machine normally, in its eventual arrangement, didn't come with this arm here, this ram arm here. It originally was mounted to this block here, to another block which was here. And I adapted this to make this an 8-way directional machine instead of just 3-way. So I can move this in and out, and I can rotate the head either direction to the left or right. And I can move this in and out, like I said. And I can also rotate this whole assembly here from left or right too. Which gives it a lot more dimensional capabilities, and also the machine itself, when it gets hooked into a computer, will allow you to go ahead and enter information into the CAD program, computer-aided drafting and design program, which will send it to the CAM program, computer-aided manufacturing, which will send it to that software, that program, to what's called the G code editor or G code compiler, which will run the program to. And you put the cutting tool in here, and you clamp down with whatever clamping method you're going to use. You clamp it to here. My plan to use this machine for now, it's still manually controlled. I have to order new hand wheels for it for here and here and here. The ones I'm ordering are going to be called zero resettable, which means you'll be able to turn it and set it to 0 at any point. Instead of having a fixed point of 0, you can set it to 0 at any point. I can turn these by hand, but the thing is, the stepper motors produce electricity when you turn them. They produce current, so it's a good thing they're not connected, otherwise it would short out the control box by producing motor if I turn these. I drill the holes in the base and the table to put these two stepper motors on, but the column I sent to Sherline. They put this whole stepper motor and adapter on here for me, and I reassembled this. There's a couple more parts I have to put on here, and then I have to get the new hand wheels, and then I get a stepper motor, a smooth controller. It's called smooth stepper, and then connect it to the box, and that gets connected to the laptop. And then the purpose of this is so that I can produce master patterns or parts for model trains or whatever, mostly for model trains, that'll be in a much more accurate, with a higher degree of accuracy using this machine than I could ever do by hand. This machine can do a lot of carving. It also can do a multi-axis carving or notching or milling, as it's called, or even filing or cutting, a lot faster and a lot more accurate than I can, than a human being can. Hence why the machine, and it can do it thousands of times faster than I can. Where it would take me, any one of us, a day or two at least to produce a simple compound curve. This thing can do it in a matter of minutes, if not less. So just wanted to let you know this. Like I said, my YouTube channel is going to be showing things like this and model trains. So this is the first video of its kind I've made about this machine. If you have any critiques, questions, or comments on the machine, just send me an email or leave me a message or whatever on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative. Thank you.